sometimes, often two, sometimes three. How? Grandparents comes in, auntie comes in, uncle comes in. So often when you go to the hospital for your sick patient, there are 6 adults around and asking questions. So that's the unique in pediatrics. It's an important job to take care of them. And in the past, pediatrics was quite busy practice. Lately, especially in Korea, we have less children born, babies born, so that you get less number of babies, children, therefore less busy pediatric practice. But I don't mean that's going to be extinct and that's going to be end of pediatrics. No. Still pediatrics is fun. Still pediatrics is unique, special case. And that really gives you another good interest. So, any one of you are pediatricians, that's good, all right? And good pediatricians, one advantage is your patient has 1 or 2 conditions, that's all. In other words, children don't have so many diagnoses compared to adults and old people. So that's very good. The second matter is they do get better. I know they are fragile, but at the end, they are very vibrant and they're all innocent. It's fun to see children. And one sad thing is when they get older, beyond age 18, you cannot keep them forever with you. So you have to say bye-bye and go to adult practice or family practice. So that's the pediatrics. Maybe I'm talking too long. Oh boy. Okay. In pediatrics, you are concerned about infectious diseases. URI, upper respiratory infection, gastroenteritis, otitis media, rubella, variola, varicella. These are the names of infectious disease. Pertussis, also known as a whooping cough, because they cough as a whoop, like this. And pneumonia, meningitis, allergy, and you see eczema and asthma. Of course, appendicitis is more common in children. It's hard to make diagnosis. Why? Because children don't cooperate with you. When you say sit down, not many of them, they all cry, scared of you. So it is not easy to make diagnosis of appendicitis, especially intussusception and the intestine twisted, telescoping toward the distal part of the intestine, so going inside of a lower part of the intestine and kind of sucked into that. And intussusception leads to the obstruction of the intestine, and that's emergency. You've got to do something. But before you got to do something, you have to make diagnosis. Who makes diagnosis? Pediatrician. So the pediatrician, appendicitis, intussusceptions, it's not easy to make diagnosis. If you miss it, you'll be in big trouble. You feel bad because you did something you didn't do right. When you make a diagnosis, and then you are proud of yourself. And so I've done either way. Sometimes I missed it, sometimes I made diagnosis. Meningitis is another good one. If you're suspicious of meningitis, you do spinal tap, that's the person you are making diagnosis. Burn and fall are quite common with fracture. FX means fracture. So that is what infectious disease and emergency, mainly pediatrician, deals with. And psychological adjustments another matter, because children are psychological beings. They are not little tiny animals, and they are feeling, they're telling you. So temper tantrum, autism, and tics, Tourette syndrome, childhood situation reactions. In other words, child do not tell you why I'm doing this one, but all of a sudden the little brother, sister blinking eyes, all the time blinking eyelids. Why do you do that? They don't tell you, but I'm still blinking. So that is kind of situation, along with tics and Tourette syndrome. The childhood react upon the environment. Grandparents, parents in between, their troubles, and then also get in trouble. The hyperactivity and the adjustment disorder and hyperactivity disorders is another similar. So, psychological aspect, it's another one a pediatrician will pay attention to it. I don't mean this one is only confined in the pediatrics, but again unique because they are interacting. They bring their parents to you, and you have to see the both. Sometimes child is not sick, but parents are sick, and you have to deal with them. Okay, so number 3. Now, hospital, we call it children's hospital. When you go to the hospital, general hospital, like Jeju University Hospital, is general hospital. They take care of all different kind of conditions, as well as different age groups. So, there is a pediatric department in the hospital here, Aradong, but there is hospital unique treating only children. We call pediatric hospital. So 청소년병원, 소아병원, I think in Seoul there are several of them there. They are dealing with only pediatric age. That's unique. But again, I wrote down here what hospital practice will do. The procedures you need to do, venipunctures, spinal tap, suprapubic punctures. And these are the things you need to do in a child moving around and crying and this poor cooperation. You have to hold it down and grab, and sometimes there is some board we call papoose. The papoose board is something, there's a board, you strap the babies all on it, therefore they don't move out when you do venipunctures and spinal taps and different procedures. But it's not easy to use that papoose board all the time, therefore you have to struggle. You're about to do it right, but child moves around and a needle comes out, that's the problem. And venipunctures, I told you where you find out the vein, you put the needles in, that's a skill you're going to learn before you become a doctor. Spinal tap is the same. When you look at the back and child is bending like a little shrimp, and then you need to find out the lines, superior, the crest, iliac crest, and then that's you find out the spot you're going to put spinal needle, and then you insert it and you puncture into that CSF space, and then when you draw that little inside of the wire, and then you will see clear fluid coming out, or different kind fluid come out. And that's the type, very important fluid, CSF we call it, and you make diagnosis of it, especially meningitis. That's the best way to make a diagnosis. Suprapubic punctures, when you want to have a sample clean, and you put the needle just above the pubic monk's pubis we call it, and the just upper margin, and you tap it, and the bladder is full enough, and then you put the needle and get the sample. And also you will learn childhood CPR, which is not same as adult, and also you will learn how to intubate the child. So the practice. When you do practice a few times, it's easy. So if you never do it, you will never know. And you will be in trouble because there is a time they will ask you, my baby is not breathing, intubate. And you have to do it quickly, within minutes. Otherwise, the child will be turning blue and white and die. And fluid therapy for dehydration and diabetic ketoacidosis is another job. You will learn how to do it. And also, child comes in, I cannot breathe, I wheeze, and what to do? And you make diagnosis. Either it's asthma attack or foreign body stuck, a button stuck in the throat, or sometimes inflammation of epiglottis, we call epiglottitis. So when you make the right diagnosis, then you will be a famous doctor. So be a famous doctor, might as well. So that is what you're going to do. Okay, so that's the end of pediatrics. Oh my goodness, 40 minutes. And this is the picture of the American Indian, Pueblo Indian will meet here. They will serve the middle, the little small black, this one. It's the whole. They believe their ancestors came from underground world. So they consider there's a number 4 creation. In other words, first creation comes out, second creation comes out. That's the creation history of the Pueblo Indians. Now, think, okay, let me go on quickly and fast. And second one is Allergy, Immunology. I became a fellow at UCLA, 1976, 1977. I need to give you good introduction of immunology. Allergy is clinical aspect of the specialties. But immunology is sort of scientific, laboratory investigation of allergic diseases. So they are quite close to each other. One is clinical manifestation, another one is basic pathology of the diseases. So first, allergy came to the attention of the doctors because all of a sudden itches and hives, tudoroki, come out and sneeze and rubbing eyes and cannot breathe. This is the way asthmatic goes. Asthmatics could breathe in. It's okay, but cannot breathe out. That's the asthma attack. So when you see those patients, you need to treat right away. And once the symptom is over, get better, you need to prevent another second episode. How do we do it? Well, that's the doctor, scientist comes. So that you do the skin test, investigation, examination, whether you have a patient who has a new cat and allergy to milk, allergy to eggs, and new kind of study and find out by having good discussion and by having examination, by having skin test and blood test. So that's the particular immunoglobulin we call IgE, immunoglobulin E. So I'll go over immune system. Immune system is divided by 2 cellular immunity and humoral immunity. We learned cellular immunity is controlled or maintained T cell by T cell. The humoral immunity is it's actually something to do with B cell, because B cell produces immunoglobulin, and T cell maintains immune memory. So, for instance, I had measles when I was this person had measles when I was young. I made it through and I survived. So my T cell still keeps the memory of measles virus. So when I get exposed to measles, I won't get it because I'm immune to it. So that's what we call cellular immunity. Whereas humoral immunity is mediated by immunoglobulin, which has 5 different kinds, IgG and M and A and E and D, and that is something I studied the most when I was in fellow at UCLA. And immune system, C cell, cell-mediated immunity, it's actually something to do with delayed skin test, for instance, TB test. So, again, you memorize, you learn immune system is mediated by 2 divisions, cellular immunity and humoral immunity. Do they have strong separation of it? No. They are related, they are talking each other, but cellular immunity, cell-mediated, and humoral immunity, immunoglobulin-related system. So it's easy to remember and learn, but when you study, they are interconnected. So classification makes you learn easy. That's what it does, so that you memorize. But when you learn more, classification sometimes hinders, confuses you, because it's man-made classification. Nature, I don't think, nature itself, or if you say God, I don't think classified things, just made it up. But as a human, being scientist, we're descendants of Aristotle, who was most famous scientist, classified. So when you classify, easy to learn, but also confuses you. So there is immunoglobulin. There are 5 different kinds of human system, and you discover that immunoglobulin as a gamma globulin. How come? Because when you separate serum protein by using method we call electrophoresis, that serum separates. How come? You put a drop of serum one point and you put plus minus both sides, and then they are connected in the agar gels. We call serum immunophoresis. When you put the switches on, that protein runs through the electric current, they start racing. So obviously, the one is lightweight, races fast, belongs to alpha. The middle, beta. And also, heavy ones cannot race fast, like a heavy person cannot run fast. So gamma. So when they then separate out that serum protein, alpha, that is albumin, and gamma globulin, they found out, albumin is something special. But they paid no attention in gamma globulin, because the gamma globulin carries humoral antibody in it. So it became so famous, they named it, it's something to do with the immune system. everybody got into it, so they named it immunoglobulin. So albumin about 6,000 daltons, and gamma globulin is 19,000 dalton. This is really big. So immunoglobulin, then they found out, aha, it's not one kind, it's 5 different kinds. So they studied immunoglobulin, and they found out in human system we have G, M, A, E, E. Now this is the picture. Anatomy of immunoglobulin. They looked at the structure of immunoglobulin, Y-shaped. So first, inside the Y-shape, it's called heavy chain. Outside, two attached are called light chain. So in general, Y-shaped immunoglobulin has 3 ends, like Y has 3 ends. Top 2, they are recognizing antigen. So we call it FABs, fraction FAB end, and they recognize antigen. In other words, one immunoglobulin could recognize only egg protein. So this one, FAB against the egg. So that's unique. So you can see there are many different kinds of immunoglobulin, G, M, A, D, E. So there are 5 potential different immunoglobulins, and that end, FAB end, could act only eggs, one kind. Oh, next one is cat. Next one is peanut. So you can see how many varieties you have immunoglobulins in the world. So complicated, maybe more than computer. And then this end, FC end, will recognize cell receptor. So